It is currently the 3rd of April 2021 here across the Western Pacific today. I hope everyone is having a good weekend and happy Easter to all those of you that do celebrate the holiday. Let's talk about what's going on out here today though, and really got some rather warm easterlies continuing to dominate the Philippines. It has been hot the last few days. It will remain that way at least until this stationary boundary back towards the north starts to settle further towards the south, and we start to see a bit of a cool surge that's going to set up. And it's not going to bring much cooler temperatures, but at least a little bit of a break by the early part of next week. And the other thing I do want to mention is there is an invest out here, or was, but it's still an area of convection, and some of the long-range models do show something possibly developing. I do want to talk about that in just a second. Let's first take a look at what's going on out here with this area of high pressure that is settling towards the south. And first, that is going to bring those breezy conditions from Okinawa towards Taiwan and northern areas of the Philippines with that cold surge really setting up. Actually, Okinawa, I want to mention you because take a look here on Sunday. You got those winds already likely gusting up to 40, 50 kilometers per hour. Cloudy conditions through Sunday, mostly into Monday, and by Tuesday morning, still breezy, but does start to taper off. Not a full-on buckle up and tie down the trampolines type of weather event, but definitely a breezy day, enough to maybe toss around some light objects, maybe some lawn furniture, things like that. It's your typical cold surge type event. Nothing too crazy, but definitely a bit of a breeze out here. All right, so I also mentioned that tropical activity, which is possible. Area to watch towards the south and east of Guam. It's a very weak tropical wave at this time. Possibly as we go on in the next week, in the latter part of next week, could pull towards the north and west. And if there's a lot of ifs here, by the way. I know I'm saying if a lot because there is a lot of ifs, but if it does pull off towards the west, north and the west, could spin up towards the west of Guam. At least at this time, ECMWF model doesn't really show much of anything here. But there has been back-to-back-to-back model runs from the GFS, which is the reason why I'm showing you this here. You can see this goes all the way out till mid-April, so we still got some time. But this is the first model run in about over a month now that I have seen that blows up and shows actually a decent storm developing. So I wanted to point it out to you here in the Westpac weather update. I know the reason why you guys watch these because I do try my best to give you a first look while being reasonable. I'm not just going to show you this particular model freeze frame right here and say, oh my goodness, it is a long range model. I'm kind of giving you the context here that this is the only model run, the GFS, I should say the only model, the GFS, multiple model runs with it though, but the other guidance not really totally showing something here. If it does pull towards the north, it would have to overcome a bit of vertical wind shear, which is more common further towards north this time of year. But the key thing, long-range model does indicate that. Plenty of time to watch it, though. And we really have to wait for initialization, maybe a low-pressure center to really get good concrete information. But here's the thing. You might be thinking, especially if you're not from the Western Pacific, it is April. You're out of your mind, Robert, that we're looking at a storm. But storms are possible this time of year. They're not unheard of. I mean, we had Super Typhoon Maisak at this date 6 years ago. It was out in the Western Pacific. Absolutely just monster of a storm system. They're possible, just not terribly common. All right, anyways, if you have any questions, please let me know down in the comment box below. I always appreciate feedback. Please subscribe as well. That's a big thing for me. It truly helps out. Commenting also helps out, just helps increase that algorithm there to get this shared out. And I'll put a link for it down below. I know a few of you have been helping me out on Patreon. I ask, it does help. There's a graphic package I really want. I just need to get the money for it, and that's the key thing. So if anybody wants to invest, maybe help advertise or something like that so I can get that graphic package, shoot me a message. Best way to shoot me a message would be on Facebook at Robert Speta Weather. All right, for now though, thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe out there.